Imagine if there's something children with autism can teach us to live more happier, more fulfilled lives that we're completely overlooking. When I was younger, I never heard of the word autism or autistic children, never heard of it. We had the book of Mice and Men, great book, but the main character, Lenny I think his name was, I just saw him as a gentle giant that was a little quote unquote slow. And then later we had the movie Rayman with Tom Cruise, and he had Dustin Hoffman who played the character of a young man with autism. But even then it was like far and few between. But today there's few families that have not been affected with autism or know someone who has. So what exactly is autism, or should I say ASD, autism spectrum disorder? Well, in a kind of sum it up, it's basically a disorder, don't really like that word, but a disorder that mainly affects the brain and nervous and cognitive system, and it can affect everything from speech or no speech, movement, social skills, and you often see a lot of repetitive behaviour, including stimming, as they call it, where you see the hands moving around and, you know, fixated on certain little objects. Thank you. That's all. But to be honest with you, it's very hard to define, because every person with autism is unique, and you get some who need help with everything from feeding themselves to walking and socializing, to others who are completely independent. You know, they have no problem integrating with society, and you wouldn't even know. But the first case of formally diagnosed autism was as recent as 1943, an American by the name of Donald Triplett. But now, if you check the stats, man. In America, 1 in 36 children are on the spectrum. 1 in 45 adults in America are on the spectrum, and in the UK, 1 in 100 people are on the spectrum, and the numbers are rising, man. Now, I could speak about my personal opinion as to why the numbers are so drastic and so alarming in the time that we're living in now, i.e. Big Pharma and the whole vaccination thing. And even though some people would say, well, you know, we're more equipped to diagnose, personally I ain't buying that. But I'm not going to go down that road. That's for another post. What this post is about, I want us to really understand how much we can learn from young people on the spectrum. And one of the first things that comes to mind, in fact, let me just share with you my experience when I first was exposed to young people on the spectrum on a large scale. I had a job working with, had my first day working with young people in quote unquote special needs school. And I remember when I walked into the main hall, Lord of mercy, it was like children and adults running back and forward. They're like birds fluttering, like they're about to take off. Hands fluttering, everything. Some of them were bigger than me, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I was completely overwhelmed and intimidated. And I wanted to go straight back outside the door I just entered. Real talk, man. But having no job wasn't an option. So obviously I stayed the course, and it ended up being one of the most fulfilling, rewarding, and inspiring experiences that I've ever had. And even up till today, I'm still working with young people on the spectrum. And some of the things it taught me that I can teach us. Have you ever watched young people on the spectrum engaged in something? It's a joy to watch, man, really. Their focus is second to none, man. It's like their whole being, every part of them is engaged in that one thing. And that's why one of the reasons why I think you'll find a lot of geniuses amongst them. You know, with us, we've got all manner of distraction going on. You know, we're thinking about 100 million things at one time while we're engaged in an action. For them, everything is focused on what they're doing at hand. I remember in class, there was a young boy I was working with, Chinese boy. He was a wizard when it came to mathematics. Knew more than the teacher, way more. And I hated marking his work because maths is not my strong point by a mile. So all I did was basically mark it all right. Because how did I know if it was wrong or not? But yeah, like I'm saying, because of their focus, they're able to achieve so much. And that's one of the things that in this day and age we miss and we lack with all the distractions, TikTok and social media and all that stuff. Another thing that they taught me was they didn't really care what other people think. I mean, there was honest to brutally honest, but their honesty was so refreshing. You know, whether they said your breath smelled, or in fact, or in my case, you wore the same clothes yesterday. That's no problem. It's embarrassing, man. But it's not from the point of view of malice. That's all they know, to be honest and straight. And it made me realise that imagine if we were that free to be honest with each other. None of this white lie business, you know, where we kind of sugarcoat it to make us feel better. Now, obviously, to a degree, but if you consider that the majority of us, we just lie for our back teeth. Why? And I think it's because out of fear of upsetting someone, or fear of the repercussions of something. But imagine that freedom to be able to just speak your truth, regardless, man. Another beautiful thing that I really learned from being around young people, children on the spectrum, was living in the moment, man. You know, we always hear it, live in the moment and all that. It sounds corny almost, but we don't understand how powerful it is. With these young people, that's truly all they knew. We'd be on trips with them and it might break out in rain. And us as adults, carers, we'd have all our umbrellas out and all of that stuff. And they'd just be out there playing and dancing in the rain, man. You know, having fun in the rain. That's the moment. That was their moment, right there and then. They weren't worried about if they're going to get wet or, you know, who's going to say what, who's looking at them. They were just totally engaged in that particular moment of having fun and laughter. And it really was beautiful, man. It really was. I don't know. Because if you think about it, most of us are too busy living in, you know, the past or the future. And we're missing that beauty of the miracle of now. And trust and believe, man, it's something I struggle with and I'm working on. But these young people, that's all they knew, man. And it was a powerful lesson, you know. And the more and more I look at it, I realise that these young people on the spectrum, they're like messengers. They're like teachers. If we're prepared to be humble students, they're like messengers to the world that can help us bring a little sunshine into the world with a little more laughter. You dig me, I say. Anyway, man, I hope you got something from this. Drop me a comment. Let me know whether or not you know someone with autism, or maybe it's your own children, as in my case. Let me know your experiences, because trust and believe, parents with children on the spectrum, they deserve a medal, man. You know, they really do. Although the true heroes are the children. But I'd love to read your comments. I'll reply to everyone. I'd love to read what the experience is like for you, day in, day out, and let you know you're not on your own, man. Trust and believe when I say that. There's more that go through that as a family than you think. But when you look at what they can teach us, rather than woe is me, and you know, it transforms. You can transform your life and the life of your family. Anyway, that's it for now. Signing off. The Health and Wellness Dread. Oh yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we can do this again. Yeah, man.